Welcome to the Twilight Saga podcast.
Hey, I'm Wick Godfrey, the producer.
Hey, I'm Rob Pattinson, the actor.
I'm Bryce Dallas Howard. I play Victoria.
I'm Xavier Samuel. I play Riley.
I'm Dakota Fanny. I play Jane.
What is it you love about playing Jane?
Yeah,
You
tell us about
because
Jane.
That's such a restrained character
Yeah.
in some ways.
Yeah.
There's not as much room for like explosive behavior, and yet you've got these guys, who are 6'9" beside you and older than you, and yet you're
He's
the
really
center,
tall.
center of control. What do you try to channel to try to create that aura of control? Because
Yeah.
you do it visually, which is amazing.
Yeah,
given that
'cause
you're the
it's-
youngest one out there.
For me, I mean, I kind of understand because I'm kind of sitting there behind the camera and seeing it works. But just for an audience, you're this little diminutive person and these giant people. Yet you're the scariest.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
the scariest, and I kind of think I know what it is. But what is it?
Talent.
No, I know what it is.
Well, obviously
I
it's
don't even
talent.
know if I
Lot
know
of
what it
So
is.
what is it about Jane that you like playing?
Well, I think especially in this one, I've been saying like in New Moon, establishing the character and the drama of the surroundings and the drama of the character. And in this one, I think it kind of went back to like Jane is, I mean, she's not a human being, but like as a human being, like the rivalry between her and Bella and like, it's hard to describe for me, but in this one she has like more words to say and you see like more of who she is and like her personality kind of, and I liked getting to explore that because as opposed to in New Moon it was just, like 2 words that I had to say or 3 words, and in this one you kind of got to see kind of who she is and like her biting sarcasm and all of that, and I liked getting to explore
like,
that
the
and the
contempt
contempt.
comes out
Yeah,
so well.
totally.
But it really does seem like you've got something special against Bella, and I kind of wonder like what that is. Like you kind of hate the Cullens, but you really hate her.
I know.
And it does, I think, tap into that kind of, I feel like, teenage girl thing of like a competitor for like
Yeah, absolutely. She's the only one she can't like
It's like Mean Girls
use
with
her thing
vampires.
on.
What I loved was the stillness. What I noticed about, and I didn't ever mention it to you because you just kept doing it wonderfully, was just still. Everybody else, they were shifting a little bit, Daniel was always kind of moving a little bit like this, and
When you weren't laughing.
But you were still, almost meditatively still. And to me, that was just captivating.
It's like a snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were
It is.
just,
It's like
exactly.
a snake
Poised.
about to just like
Yeah.
that. And it's intense.
and any movement would just come slightly from the head, and that was it. It was like nothing from here, but it just gave
It was
every.
the coat.
It was the coat. It was the coat.
Her wardrobe is too heavy to
Use
me.
it. Use it to go.
But it just made you it just grabbed your attention. Why? You just made you go. Oh, you kind of waiting for something to happen, and that's what kept the character and the suspension of this tension that grew, and I love that about what you did.
I mean, the great thing about these movies and Stephanie's books is that the mythology is constantly expanding. And I think for this and the Newborns, we get, in a weird way, it's really about Bella, what she's going to become when she turns.
Yeah,
Is she going to be as wild and out of control as this guy?
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
And in some ways, like I think there are comparisons between Riley and Jasper as well, because he essentially, Jasper was manipulated in the same fashion, but he managed to kind of, not get attacked by a wolf.
Also, that threat of that the Cullens are being faced with vampires. Period. Okay, that's scary, but being faced against vampires who they cannot beat. They cannot physically beat these vampires. They are more powerful than anything they could ever imagine. And then of course to layer on top of that the Volturi, it's terrifying. They're in a terrifying scenario, and that's what makes the alliance between the Wolves and the Cullens, or that potential alliance, so critical. And that for me, just in reading the books, that's the thing that I wanted to see the most, was obviously that battle that happens at the end of the film, and see
More
that
of a
come
massacre
to life.
in the end, I think it came down to.
Yeah, it is a
It's a one-sided
massacre.
massacre.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a massacre in the end, yeah. Which it kind of is in the book, in a way.
I love that that warlike shot of the camera kind of moves in just as
Yeah.
they're both like,
Yeah.
it's like a kind of medieval battle all of a
Yes.
sudden, So cool.